Did you know that the biggest barrier we face often resides within us? Think about the walls of Jericho. Until faith brought them down, that's when we see a huge breakthrough. So, what if I told you that you're the only thing that's standing between your current reality and your wildest dreams of success or wherever you're trying to go is a shift in your perspective and your unwavering faith? Well, welcome to another empowering episode of the Angelica Prather Show. Today, I want to just take the time to impart some words of encouragement to push you to break the barriers, okay? Whatever is stopping you and holding you from making the jump, taking the leap, just stopping you from allowing you to walk into your full purpose, today's episode is right for you. And I'm just going to give you 3 tips that's going to help you streamline or to think about what's really stopping you, right? So I want to impart something to you. The first point is to recognize the self-imposed limitations. That's all it really comes down to, right? It's often just in our mind. Many of us have read this book by, I can't remember his name, but I'm going to put it in the comments if I remember. And one of the key things that he says, it's the possibility of dreams that come true that make life interesting. I want you to take out 2 key words out of there, the dream and interesting. See, a lot of us forget to dream, right? But here's the story that we keep saying that's a dream. It's the words of discouragement, the words I can't, the words I've never seen somebody do it. That's the dream that we keep holding on, right? That we keep telling ourselves. But so often we limit ourselves, right? Thinking we're not good enough, thinking we're not qualified enough, thinking we're not smart enough, or we don't have resources, or we're resourceful enough. Yet it's just a vital part of recognizing these self-limiting beliefs, right? Or imposed limitations, that they're just stories we tell ourselves. And guess what? Stories can be rewritten. And that's what I love. If you're holding on to the old story that you once were telling yourself, just pick a new chapter and start writing it. Okay. One of my favorite scriptures that I like to hold as an anchor, and I want you to hold it, is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. With faith, you're more than enough, right? So yes, your circumstances might not look great. Yes, you don't have the money that you have, or yes, you're not breaking down the doors or nobody knows you. You just need that one big break. Pump the brakes. Start rewriting the story. Start aligning yourself, and I promise you something's going to break. And so I'll just tell you what has happened to me, how I have used this scripture myself as an anchor. See, I never thought I could have my own salon, let alone it be profitable. I had tried to open my own salon 3 times and failed miserably. But the beautiful thing about that, right, was it was out of timing. Each time that I failed that it didn't happen when I was in New York, it was prepping me for a better time, right? See, with my eyesight, I was like, oh my God, this keeps happening. Oh my God, this keeps happening to me. Then the 3rd time, oh my God, this keeps happening to me. But the beautiful thing about that is that in the right time, when I tried again, right? And sometimes we don't like to keep trying, but when I tried again, it was the perfect time. I had the perfect information. I knew exactly what the strategies were that was going to make it profitable. And that was some of the kingdom principles that I teach upon now. And that made a world of a difference because it's all in the perfect timing. But if I would have kept telling myself the same story, it would have hindered me, okay? And it brings me to my second point. I had to embrace that growth mindset. I said it in a previous video. I'm going to say it again, right? Because sometimes we don't see the challenges as opportunities. And what I have realized is when I had the opportunity to talk to people that were in a better place than so I thought they were in a better place, they always talked about that every challenge becomes an opportunity. And that was critical. And one of the quotes that I like from a book called The New Psychology of Success, it illustrates how the perspective allows us to thrive even in tough times. And I'll put the link down to that book and who wrote it so that you guys can check that out as a resource. But it also brings me to an anchoring scripture that when I'm reading the word, I'm like, oh my God, this is so speaks directly to me, is Romans 5:3-4. It says, we also glory in our sufferings because we know that the suffering produces perseverance, character, and character leads to hope. Challenges are merely stepping stones to a strong, more resilient you. So embrace that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Then it brings me to my last point, and it's something that I cannot stress. That is the main important piece to the puzzle when it comes to breaking barriers, is to surround yourself with barrier breakers, okay? This is vital. Ensure that your circle lifts you, right? According to Jim Rohn, his insight, he's quoted, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Listen, ask yourself, look in your phone, ask yourself, who have I been surrounding myself? What conversations have I been having? Are they barrier breakers or are they barrier builders? That's what you want to ask yourself, okay? Which one do you have in your circle? And that's what you need to be thinking about. And of course, I'm always going to bring you back to word. So in Proverbs 13:20, it says, "Walk with the wise and become wise. For a companion of fools suffers from harm." Who are you aligning yourself with? Just got to ask you. So you want to align yourself with those who inspire, who uplift you, who uplift your spirits, right? When you're down, they have the energy to pull you back up and to show you that mirror, right? That you got this. So even if you can't walk with someone who's wise, this is the beautiful thing about times like this. We are able to pull from social media to actually find someone that's in that space, right? That you desire to be. And it brings me back to a time in my own life where when I first became wanting to do hair as a young hairstylist, and I was new, my grandmother that raised me after my mom passed away, she instilled something to me, and it was key words, and I don't even know if she knows that this is the pivotal place in my life. But one thing that she said to me was, "Go where you're uncomfortable." And I remember that. And somewhere along the lines, we get comfortable, right? We just want to be comfortable. We know that that is where we thrive at. But when I decided to go where I was uncomfortable, I decided to work in a salon that nobody looked like me. See, it was easier if I could go where someone had the same texture, did the same hair, did the same hair that I desired to do. But if I didn't go to that salon, I wouldn't have had those experiences. I wouldn't learned all of the tools and tricks that I now actually have implemented in my own business. And even to this day, as a consultant, as a price specialist, I still use some of those same principles. So where did I go? I went where I was uncomfortable, where I didn't have all the knowledge, where I didn't have all of the pieces to the puzzle. It was a game changer for me. And I just want to make the same for you, okay? So take those 3 steps and really think about, what is the story that I'm telling myself? Secondly, am I surrounding myself with barrier breakers or barrier builders, right? Because which one is it? Which one are you doing, okay? And how are you stewarding that growth mindset, okay? This is the thing that I really want you to take from anything that I have said to you today. I want to make sure that I impart that into you to keep going. And another scripture to leave you off with is 1 Corinthians 16:13. Be on your guard. Stand firm in your faith. Be encouraged. Be strong. I choose to use this narrative as my break for barriers, right? And my new motivation to solidify that God's plan is so much better for me than I can ever dream or imagine. So I want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what scripture resonates with you, or what's really happening. Do you got some barrier breakers, right, in your life, or do you got barrier builders? Come on, we can be truthful in the comments, okay? Let me know. But I hope that this time that I spent with you was able to impart something to you and got you thinking. And my goal is that you always remember, with faith, any barrier can be broken. And if you like content like this, make sure you go and watch the videos that I have listed for you. I have tons of motivational content for you to keep you inspired, keep you encouraged, keep you going. And until next time, Angelica signing off. Take care. Bye.